Uh, hey. So, it's almost 3 a.m. and I'm walking around my neighborhood. I didn't have a shirt on, so I just put on this sweatshirt, this hoodie, you know. And, I don't know if this video is gonna go anywhere. Not topic, not like, as in what I'm talking about, but as in, like, am I gonna send this to someone? Like, in an iMessage, or post it to Twitter, for example. I don't know. I love posting shit to Twitter, sharing my life online. It's just what I like to do. I don't know why, but I enjoy it. And so, maybe it, you know, maybe post this to Twitter. I drank some black coffee earlier, like at 1:30 a.m. Is that? Yep. This is Minnie, the neighborhood cat. I'll let her go. Oh, she wants to be petted. I know it's her, because she has that flea collar that we put on her. Now, I have a bad feeling about this video, right? I don't know how long I'm gonna be out here. I don't know where I'm going. Usually I walk to a friend's house, right? Because I like to have a destination. I don't feel like doing that this time. I did that earlier tonight. I did that like 9:30, right? This time it's 3 a.m. I'm not gonna do anything with them. Not gonna bother them. I'm going a different path than usual. What I'm most scared about currently is that I'm gonna come home. My mom will like be awake or something, and she'll realize that I was gone, and I'll be in big trouble. I'm very nervous about that. Very scared about that. And if that happens, and if my mom somehow sees this video or something, for some reason, I'm sorry. I was kind of bored. I have my phone with me though, as you can tell, and it was on a pretty high percentage. Right, it was at 82%. It was charging. I took it off at 82%. I think I might just go for a little walk, long walk, and take a, just a circle, right? I don't know my way around the neighborhood too well, but, I'm not going anywhere too far. I never would. Only neighborhood streets. I don't want to say back streets because it's not back streets. There are no back streets, just suburban neighborhood streets with houses. I'm not going on any busy streets. What do you call it? Busy streets. I don't know what to call it. It's not a highway, it's not a freeway. I wouldn't call it like they have one right over there. You can see at the end they have cars passing by. It's an extremely busy street. I wouldn't be allowed. I wouldn't want to walk on the street there. But I can over here. I'm not, because I don't know, I'm just not feeling it, I like to walk on the street sometimes I don't. I actually have a Ring doorbell, and I went through a back door. I opened it, and then I went out the back fence. And I tried closing it as best as I could. So, and then also I couldn't be picked up on the ring. And I plan to go back that same way. There's also, well, yeah, no, my mom. If my mom were to wake up or something, I feel like, maybe she could lock the back door, right? But I feel like maybe she'd go checking in on me and she'd be like, hey, where are you? She'd be really worried. Maybe she'd call me, and if she did, I would answer. I would tell her exactly where I am. I'd be honest. I'd tell her, oh, I'm out walking, I'll come back right home, She did that before. I was walking to my friend's house. It was like 12 a.m. She didn't sound too worried at that time, but she called me, and I answered. She was like, where are you? I'm like, hey, I'm walking to my friend's house. I'll be back right now, And she was like, oh, okay. And then I just stayed on, the phone call with her until I got back. When it's so late at night like this, I feel like I'd get in some kind of trouble. Because earlier she actually told me to go to sleep. She doesn't like me going to sleep so late. Yesterday I went to sleep at like 5 a.m. Close to 5 a.m. or something. Night before, 4 a.m. Right? And I was like, oh, it's 4 a.m. again. Last night I was like, oh, it's 4 a.m. again. I guess I'll go to sleep. But then I just kind of accidentally. Like, it wasn't intentional. I wasn't like, oh, I guess I'll actually stay up a little later. I was like, hey, it's 4 a.m. Why don't I go to sleep? And then I ended up doing a few other things, and I'm like, oh, now it's almost 5 a.m. And then I went to sleep, and I woke up at 2 p.m. And my mom was very not happy about that. She wasn't too elated about that, This video is just me talking to the void, Maybe it won't be a void if I post it, to like Twitter or send it to a friend. But if it's just sitting here on my phone, it's a void. Sometimes when I post to Twitter, it's basically like talking to a void because I don't get many interactions. Lately, I've been getting more and more interactions. Now, not a lot, granted, but some. Most of my tweets would go with 0 likes. Now, I can tweet something and it'll be almost guaranteed. Not like, I feel like 60% of the time I tweet something, depending on what it is, of course, it'll get at least 1 like. Actually, usually from around pretty much the same person. I love that dude. He's always got my back, He's always liked my tweets. And that's super nice of him, Which is why I made a meme about it, The meme where it's like, if no one got me, I know blank got me. Can I get an amen? And then I put his name, his Twitter name, and then his profile on Twitter as the picture. And I posted it, and he liked it. He was like, thanks, bro. I don't actually know if he responded. I assume he did. Can't quite remember, actually. So, okay. Currently, I am actually walking the street, so I can go straight, and there's a shortcut I can go and meet and go to my friend's house. They're probably not, they might be awake actually. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna like to take a picture of their backyard and be like, and then just send it to them. And then realized earlier tonight when I did that, I realized right after I sent it to them, I'm like, wow, that's actually really creepy to do. Wow, I didn't think about that. You know? And I can also go this current way. And then if I turn like right and just keep going straight, I'll get to my other friend's house. You know? And they say that my parents love to say, and my friend loves to say, the other way is a shortcut to that same friend's house. I do not think so. I've taken that way before. I always go this current way I'm going. But I've taken that other way, like with my parents, and I'm like, this took like the exact same time it would have taken if I had gone my way. So it's not much of a shortcut. Now this way I'm going leads to a big lot, right? And in that big lot, it's owned by like this little, I don't know what it is actually. It's some church, I think. It looks like a tiny church, right? Not exactly sure what it is. I still don't know what it is yet. And I've seen it for years. I've been living here. I never paid attention to it when I was little. But we used to play in the lot, and it used to be fun. We don't play in the lot anymore. But they have this like little church, I think. At one point I thought it was marriage counseling because I looked at the sign and I think it's like counseling. But I don't think it is. I've heard it was a church. It looks like a church. And you know, not quite sure what it is, but that's fine, you know. There's actually a house right over here being built. You can hear running water. I hope that's what I think it is. It's not. Is it? They have this house. It's like a little water thing. It seems that that's far away, so not quite sure what that is. Here's the house that's being built, you know, it's good progress, right? Don't know if you'd even see it. Not trying to give anything away, you know. Just trying to be a bit safe. It is 3 a.m. though. Oh yeah, near that friend's house, shall we call her friend 1, near her house, is actually a school. And surprisingly, I never understood why. She didn't actually go to that school. Like, she could have walked. I do walk to that school sometimes. I didn't go to that school either. I met this friend 1 at my old school. Here's a lot. But yeah, I never understood why she didn't go to that school. Because it was right there. Yeah, this is a lot. There's that counseling thing. It's so weird. Huh. That's a really long street right there. There's a busy street right up ahead. I'm going in this little parking lot. I was like a UPS truck, I think. I think after this I'm gonna return home maybe, you know? But yeah. thinking it's probably a good time to go home. You know what? Here, I'll let you go down this way. I'll go home a separate way. And that plane's kind of flying low. Speaking of planes, did you hear that UFOs are apparently real? Like, confirmed by the government. Just real. That's just crazy, honestly. Car. If I go home this way, I'll just go home this way. I won't see my other friend. I won't see friend 1, but I can stop by friend 2's house. We'll stop by. I'm not gonna stop by. I'm not gonna send a picture like I usually do, because I'm just not feeling it this time, you know? You know, a story, you know? Just a story, not really a funny story or anything, but a story. Earlier, I was walking down the street, right? And this was early tonight. This dude was walking by with his 2 dogs. And I can't see very well. I don't have very good vision. So I was like ahead, way ahead of there. And he was right about where I am now. Maybe right behind that little truck over there. That truck right back there. And now I was a bit further ahead. And I didn't know what that was. I couldn't. It looked like something was moving. Couldn't tell what it was. I was like, is that a person? Is that not a person? Is something not moving? Is that just a car or something? I couldn't tell. So what I did was I turned my phone around. I got my camera out. And I turned my camera around. And I zoomed in on him. And I'm like, I think that's someone walking his dogs. Which is what I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. My camera's terrible quality, so I couldn't tell. And then I put my camera away and then just started walking again. And then later, I met up with the guy and he said, he was like, hey, what are you doing? You know, like you had your phone out, what were you doing? And I thought he was talking about, I was like, oh, well, my friend lives there. You know, and I was just taking a picture of her house and I was sending it to her. Because I know the person who lives there. He's like, oh, okay, it just looked like you were taking a picture of me. And I said, oh, no. And as I was walking away, I realized what he was talking about. And I'm like, oh. Yeah, he's like, you put your phone away earlier. You know, thought you might have took a picture of me. And I was like, no. And then I realized what he was talking about a little later as I was walking away. And I was like, oh. Yeah, that's what he was talking about. He was talking about when I didn't know what it was that was walking. You know? And I was like, oh, that's what he was talking about. Well, I still didn't take a picture of him, so it's like, whatever. But yeah. See, I took a detour as I was walking, because I saw another street. I'm like, hey, another street, I'm going to go down it. And now I'm going back to friend 1's house, which I didn't go by, and I'm probably... The lights scare me. I'm gonna go by friend Wood's house. You know what I'm gonna do? I guess I'll stop by their house. Maybe wave at their cameras, and then I'll go back home. The way I came. No, I think there's another way I could go. I could probably go by the school and then find some back streets and then get onto this busy street, which I've done before because this was like a year or so ago. I didn't know the neighborhood now as well. I know my way now, at least to her house. This is my favorite tree. These birds are very loud. When I get home, I should probably go to sleep if I can. No, I do not like going down busy streets because they're busy. I'm not trying to get run over. And when I told my parents at least, that I went down that busy street, well, they weren't very happy. They're like, hey, don't do that again. That's dangerous. I'm like, yes, I know, but it's fine. And I'm like, okay, but seriously, don't do that again. I wouldn't, you shouldn't do that. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. That's kind of how that went. Probably went a little differently. But that's basically the basics, Why did I start filming? It's a great question. Because I wanted to. Because why not? I like talking to myself, And sometimes on these trips, I don't really talk to myself. I just film and talk to myself. But this whole video is basically just me talking to myself. I mean, it's 20 minutes. 23 minutes, my bad. Of me talking to myself. I guess this video would stop when I enter my house. Now, I don't think I've mentioned this on the video yet, but I wanted to. So the thing is, I enjoy that bird is so loud. It's definitely in this tree right here. Communicating with birds all the way back there, so you can hear the tiny chirps. That's a way I could go, but it looks like a car that is on. I'm not a big fan of on cars at this time of night. So I will go straight and then turn left to go home. But yeah, I enjoy walking. Maybe not this far, but sometimes I just enjoy walking. I like talking to myself, and sometimes a walk is what I need. Like when I used to be when I used to go on Twitter and I used to be like really mad sometimes, I'd go out for a walk and I'd just walk around my neighborhood and talk to myself, you know. Now, if I had my phone with me, usually I'd like go on Twitter or something, but like if I wanted a tiny break or something, I'd go outside, I'd walk, I'd take a nice walk, and I'd talk to myself and just talk about what I was thinking about. Talk about my thoughts. There's a cat here. You guys notice me. I'm gonna walk away now. Okay, I tried walking towards it. I took one step and it ran. So I'm not gonna try. Around 2 years ago, I actually got a scar from a cat. I don't know if it's still there. It's really not that big of a scar. Because it was barely visible. But it was pretty big. It was a scratch. I found this cat. We're at my friend's house. There's a friend who I wasn't too close with, but we were at her house. You know. And, we were walking around. It was me, her, my other friend, who I was very close with at the time, and some other girl. Unsure of who it was, I can't completely remember. But I guess I could also call her my friend. That just kind of, it's pothole. It's not really a pothole, but that's bad, I thought. Anyways. Well, we found this cat. And, we wanted it for some reason, so we were chasing it around. And we chased it around and we cornered it to this house where it loved to be. And we even the owner actually came out, the owner of the house came out and they're like, this isn't my cat, by the way. They're like, hey, this isn't my cat, it's just a neighborhood cat. It likes our house for some reason. Y'all can do what you want with it. Y'all can have it. I don't really care. And we're like, okay, thank you. You know, kind of scary because we didn't know who the hell that was. And so I cornered the cat. They were under their bench. And it had a rag. For some reason. I think it was for the cat to catch it or whatever. I don't know. And I tried getting it out from the bench. And it came out and it scratched me. It scratched my wrist. It went from my wrist to my forearm or whatever. It was no. I probably can't even see it now. Since this was so long ago and it was barely even visible at the time. But it started from here. That's not seeable, but it started from here. And it went here. Oh, I thought I stopped recording for a second. That would have been bad. And it hurt. It was bleeding. And I'm like, ow. And I took the rag and I just put it on my wrist where the scratch was, And the rag ended up a little bloody. Because of course. And also as we were chasing the cat, my friend told me, he was like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm allergic to cats. And I'm like, why the hell are you chasing this cat around? And I'm like, alright, well, you're chasing around, so if you don't care, I don't care. So I was like, you're gonna keep chasing around, bro. You're gonna help. I don't care if you're allergic, because clearly you don't care either. You know? And then he didn't continue. This is, looked kind of phallic shaped. I like using that word. So yeah. And then left the scar, and the scar was like not very big. It like faded. It was actually really faded. But I could still see it. If I looked hard enough, like a year later, I could still see it. And also, I think it was like that same year, like 2 years ago. I guess almost 3 now. Well, actually, it has been 3 years now. So this was 3 years ago. I was at my friend's house, another friend's house. I have many friends. And he was having a swim party for the end of the school year. And I'm like, okay, I was invited, I'm coming. And I was swimming, and then as I was swimming, I scraped my foot on the bottom of this pool. And I'm like, ow, that hurt, it was kind of bleeding. And so I put a little towel on it, and then I wiped off. I'm like, okay, it's kind of good, it's fine, whatever. And then later, funnily enough, I actually scratched the same, I just remembered this. I scratched the same foot in like the same place on the bottom of this pool, and I'm like, ow. And that actually did leave a scar. And that one is actually decently visible today. The other one is probably gone by now. It was so faded, like I had to look hard for it. This one, I know exactly where it is. It's not too hard to say. There's like a little circle on my left. It was on my left foot, by the way. And there's a little circle right beneath my pinky toe where you can see it. And there's a little bit on my pinky toe because I did also scrape my pinky toe. That wasn't the worst. And then there's the toe next to my pinky toe was scraped a little bit, scraped a little bit. I don't know if there's really a scar there. So I'm around my neighborhood now. I'm getting back up on the sidewalk. Eek! That was my neck. That hurt. This house, I swear. See this American eagle? This bald eagle statue. They used to have a Mary statue. I swear. They used to have a Mary statue and they replaced it with a bald eagle statue. I do not know the reason why. I don't really mind or care for that matter. But I think it's a little weird. But yeah, talking myself and walking around is a nice way to vent my feelings, It's a cloudy night tonight. I just saw a light go off. So this is what I'm talking about. My fear. There's the cat again. It's on the car for this time. I'd recommend you get off. backyard. That door is still closed. Easy. I've now entered my room. It's been 36 minutes. My headphones are still on. Battery level is medium, apparently. I have a mirror, by the way. Yeah, by the way, I wasn't wearing any shoes that entire time. I don't wear shoes. Oh yeah, here's the little scar. If you can see it, I was talking about right there. That, and then this. I think this too. I don't know, but this is the main one. This is the main thing I'm talking about. There's a little feet action video. Well, actually, I don't know if I'm sending this to anyone, but yeah. I have to go to the bathroom again. None of my fears came true. No one saw. I went through the back door. Both times. It was not noticeable. You know? No, I think I want to get this. Alright, well. Probably I didn't have to go to the bathroom, but I'm sweating. A lot. There's my dog. Yeah, I'd like to get this video to 40 minutes. So yeah. I don't even know what time it is, you know? It was like 2:44 when I started, I think. Oh, there's a timer right here. There's a clock right here. 3:25 is the current time. 3:25. It was like 2:44. It's almost been an hour. 3:25, huh? 3:25. Look at that beautiful picture of the galaxy. The little Milky Way thing. Well, that just went inside. Damn. That sucks. This is super sweaty and moist. I believe my mom is sleeping in here. There's another door, but it's closed. That's the laundry room. I don't know why that door is so hard to close. But it is. Honestly, I'm making some popcorn, but I didn't think I really wanted to eat. I found a pair of goldfish. My mom bought me goldfish. I'm whispering because I don't want to wake anyone, but I'm sure no one's going to hear me. If I don't have my headphones on or anything, I'm not that loud. I know volume control. It's 40 minutes now. Ooh. 2 times, that's it. That's all. Bunch of paperwork. Ooh. I think this was a good video, just talking to the void. Why would goldfish be in the fridge? It's 41 minutes. Gonna turn the lights down. Turn them on. Some lights. Where did you put those goldfish? Let's look down here. Oh, they're not here. Maisie, what do you want? Oh, it's fine. I can get to the bathroom, so. Are they out? Here, so. They are not. I didn't think so. That's fine. The light's all the way up now. I don't even know what percentage my phone is at. That was my dad. He was calling. It's cold. This is about to walk around my house except without pants. So, 45 minutes. That sounds like a good time to end it. I'm not gonna try to go for an hour. Glad. How about you? Really nothing. 3:29. I could make it at 3:30, but that's gonna be 44 minutes. So 3:31 it is. 45. It's 3:30 now. It's still 43 minutes. The difference between my left arm and my right arm is pretty big, so this is my left arm. It's okay. And this is my right arm. It's just like, I don't know if you can really see a difference, honestly. I don't have much muscle, right? So this isn't supposed to be me, like, oh yeah, I have so much muscle. Like, you can see I don't have much, right? This isn't me, like, flexing. This is like an average amount, probably. Maybe below average, right? It's better than nothing. I used to have nothing for years. Then I learned how to do a push-up. An actual push-up. It was crazy. It's like, I have muscles now. I was so proud of myself. It's 44, 45. Hey, real quick, this is my Latin project that I did. My end of the year Latin project. You know? It's a Roman helmet. It's called a Galley, and it actually fits my head, you know? Here, I might have to back up a little bit. Look at this. Fits. Even as like this is the back. Has a little protection right there to protect the neck. These little earpieces. So yeah, 45. I think I just put that on wrong. Oh, by the way, it's just duct tape. That's backwards. That's stupid. There we go. See, these are my figures, and this is the binder of Rascal Does Not Dream of a German Girl. Literally my favorite anime movie. My favorite movie. Didn't know it was possible to cry that much in 90 minutes. Cried like 7, 8 times in only an hour and a half. Crazy. I don't even think I've cried that hard at a funeral. Then again, most of the funerals I've been to, I didn't really know them. Went to a funeral for my great-grandmother when I was 4. I didn't know her. I was 4. Bro, how could I remember her? I went to a funeral for my cousin's grandfather. I didn't really know him. Because it wasn't the one we share, right? Because it wasn't my grandfather. It was one on their mother's side. So I was like, oh, that's sad. I didn't know him. And that's like the only 2 funerals I've been to, I think. "48 minutes, huh?" I don't know, I think it's like probably a good place to stop. No, you know what? Fine. I'll shoot for an hour. Why not? Just 60 minutes, you know, an hour. Once I had an hour, that's probably about good, you know. By the way, the walk to my house, to my friend's house, that probably takes about 15 minutes, maybe. It's not a very long walk. I was just out wandering the world. I guess I can have these. What am I even gonna do for the next 10 or 11 minutes? Yeah. I think that's what I wonder. A little over 10 minutes until I hit 1 hour. I honestly didn't even expect this to get to 30 minutes. Just me rambling, talking. Like I said, I don't even know if this is gonna go anywhere. In the background is my one wall scroll. I ordered it from the Crunchyroll store. And I gave a review too. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was very great, except 2 things, you know. One, see, these things, they're bent. They came in the package bent. The package was literally like opened kind of when it came in. And this one at the top is bent too. Right here, bent. And also, you see how it's held up by that string? It was supposed to come with 2 hooks. The hooks did not arrive. I didn't get any hooks with this. So we had to find some string and then just attach it with that. This video was just me talking into the void. This is all, no more talking anymore. You know, at the beginning I did say, yeah, I'm talking about void, you know. Now I'm like, well, I felt like I was gonna post this somewhere now. Like, for example, I posted this on Twitter. Here, let me take my headphones. There. Or if I just... No? What if I... There. That's unfortunate. There. That's the other calculator. You can upload a video up to 2 minutes and 20 seconds on Twitter. Right? That's 140 seconds. 2 minutes, 120 seconds. Another 20 seconds. That's 140 seconds. Alright, if this is 60 minutes, that would be what? 60 times 3,600? 216,000 seconds. Divided by 140. No, divided by 216,000 divided by 140. That doesn't seem right at all. 1,542 point whatever. If we just do 60 divided by 2, that's 30. 30 videos, but there's an extra 20 seconds. What do we do with that extra 20 seconds, you know? Okay, I got a better answer. 60 squared, which is 3,600. Oh, divided by 140. That doesn't make much sense, yeah. let's say there are 30 videos. 20 seconds each video. 600 seconds. And so, another 10 videos. Now I'm up to 40 videos. So if my calculations are correct, then if I upload this whole video to Twitter, this entire 60-minute video, I don't cut out a single thing it should be, assuming, you know, I don't repeat anything, 40 videos. No. Or maybe 34? Because if it's divided by 140. It's very late. It's 3:45 a.m. So I'm gonna start filming at 2:44. It's been almost an hour though. I started filming at what? So it's been on about 3:46, almost 3:47. But it says 25 there. Or 26. Oh, it's 1 hour. I think the 1 hour I'm like, I'm finishing. No. Over an hour now. An hour and 1 minute. It's Pride Month, isn't that crazy? It's already June. I have figures coming in this month, at the end of the month, I think. And at the end of July, I think, too. Pre-orders are crazy. So long. I pre-ordered a sweatshirt, but that was like, I pre-ordered it in July, and it was coming in at September. So I was like, oh, that's not that long of a wait. My favorite sweatshirt ever, by the way. Although it's not much of a sweatshirt, rather than a long sleeve shirt. Once again, Crunchyroll store. This is all I have left. Come on. Alright. I'm finished eating now. It was a nice little snack. And it's now been an hour and 4 minutes. Should I end the video at 4 a.m.? It's too close. It's so close. Like another 9 minutes. Right? And then it'll be like, and this will have been recording for an hour and fucking, who knows how long, an hour, like, what, 14 minutes, or an hour and 13 minutes. Maybe I should just stop when it turns to 4 a.m. I just didn't realize how... This is my eye, by the way. I have pretty blue eyes and blonde hair. I'm the perfect Aryan, you know? See, you can tell I'm stalling for time when I'm not even saying anything. When I was walking, I said, I will end this video when I get in my house, I guess. I didn't end the video yet. Because I wanted to get to a certain time. And now, it's at that time. It's at an hour. Right? I was like, I won't let it get to an hour. Now it's at an hour. And I still have 6 minutes. 6 minutes until 4 a.m. I actually want to check something. Alright. Do you think I should shave this little mustache? I think not. I see that there's a tiny bit of something there, but the thing is, like, I know how shaving works. If I shave it, it will come back faster and bigger. But yeah, it will grow back faster. So I'm fine with this much, like this little bit, until it gets to the point where I need to shave it, or like next year, if like I start the school year and the school's like, since we aren't gonna have masks anymore, the school's gonna be like, hey, go, Mr. So-and-so. Well, my teacher's like, Mr., my last name. Just in case I'm supposed to say more, but yeah, Mr. My last name. Go to the office and shave or something. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so then I don't have to shave. If I even know how. But yeah, I don't want to shave until I have to. If it gets big, where I'm like, I gotta shave this, I'm gonna shave it. And then it's gonna come back later, but it'll take a while since I've already shaved this once, I believe. I don't plan on shaving anymore. For a while. It smells like chlorine. Come on, man, I got 4 minutes, bro. I think I said 4 minutes earlier. It's 6 minutes. It was 6 minutes. I can't believe this shit. 4 minutes meant like 13. 1:13. An hour and 13 minutes. That's really how long, I have places I can be in my house. I personally really enjoyed this video. It's 3:57 now, 3 minutes. Oh yeah. I have these Monogatari pictures that I printed out all around my room. So there's one. Here's another one. Here's another one. This is a good one. What's that? Crazy, right? Oh, that's spent. That's not good at all. Might have to put another piece of tape on there. Here's another one. Interesting. And so then here's the last one. I always tweet this out and say, remember oral hygiene, or I send this to a group chat and say, remember oral hygiene. Because, remember oral hygiene, man. It's just good for you. this is me when I was a child. I had such thin blonde hair. Now I have such thick, also still blonde hair, but not as blonde as then. This is me in kindergarten. I made that. Don't insult it. The time is currently 3:59 a.m. It just turned 3:59. "40 seconds. Alright. Alright, so 10 seconds. Alright, guys, so I'm gonna end the video, like, in a few seconds. So, I love you. I love myself. Self-love, man. And it's 4 a.m. Alright, great. Self-love. I love myself. I love everyone watching. I don't know. I love my mom. I love my dad. I love my siblings. I love my family. I love my dogs. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know how to close this, but, I really enjoyed making this video. I really did. This was a fun video to make, just talking to myself, talking into the void, if I'm ever gonna even upload this anywhere. You know? But this was fun. I enjoyed it a lot. And, I have like a minute to talk. But, yeah. I really, really enjoyed this. It's now 4 a.m. and 40 seconds, but yes, I enjoyed this a lot. I love you. You know? See ya. Oh, I gotta end it soon. Alright, well, this is goodbye, I guess. Goodbye.